please sleep, boogie boys, every night. And he wakes up in the same way with the first light. They clap their hands and cut their legs, because I know how they sound when someone beats. When he plays reveille, he really breaks it. Boogie woogie horn boy, company B. This concludes my dramatic monologue. Now he is in the army and alone. The lyrics of the Andrews Sisters, after being Google translated into every language spoken by the belligerents of the Second World War.
It was very interesting, Heinz.
What was the point?
The point of the performing art is communicated through the performance. Its truth is mysterious and inexpressible and elusive, not cold and undeniable like the reading of a casualty list.
Ugh, please.
That being said, have you any constructive criticisms to share? Bitter, you may be frank. Share with me your true feelings about it.
I hated everything about it, and I wish it didn't exist.
Stuffy.
The title's a little wordy.
Nine, it only seems that way because I didn't nail the delivery. Everybody shut the fuck up about whatever you're talking about. Look over here, babies.
Hey, what's going on?
Shut the fuck up! I am proud to announce that I am now the proud owner of a fully restored 1986 Ford Aerostar, babies.
That's it? You bought a van?
Not just a van, baby. An 86 Aerostar. Aerostar. Take it to the school. Take it to the campsite. Take it to the movies. Take it to the lumberyard. Or take it to the max, baby. Aerostar. Come on, sing, baby.
Fuck off.
I haven't seen you this happy in a long time.
I have. The other night I was waking him off while tickling his taint with
I believe you. There's no need to finish that story.
Suit yourself if you don't want to know how it ends.
I can probably figure it out.
He jizzed on my face.
Would have been a guess.
I ain't even told you the best part yet, baby. The guy I bought the van from not only restored it to factory condition, he also included an authentic, original stereo demonstration cassette tape. Check this shit out, baby.
The first pre-recorded cassette specially designed for your car stereo. Goddamn. Audio cassettes. Remember these? You know, my dad bought a Ford with a tape deck in the mid-'80s. I bet his came with one of these too. Have you listened to it yet?
Not yet, baby. The guy just dropped off the van a few minutes ago.
Would you mind if we listen to it right now? Together?
That sounds like fun.
I don't mind, baby, but how you gonna listen to it when you ain't got a cassette player? Yeah, that format has long since been supplanted by superior technology. I'm afraid the relentless march of progress has rendered the music on that audio cassette as inaccessible to us as the ghostly voices captured in the tiny grooves engraved on the surface of a wax phonograph cylinder.
Actually, the stereo over here will play it.
I didn't know that stereo had a tape deck.
Yep, right over here. There. See? It was designed for easily confused old people. It'll play anything. Shall we?
Go for it, baby. I would recommend starting with side A, Pop and Soul, which I believe includes a certain song titled Africa by Toto, for which I have a particular fondness.
Why the fuck are you talking like that?
I don't know, baby. I said side A, baby.
I thought this was side A. Yeah, side A.
Maybe you need to rewind that shit.
It is rewound.
Incomparable Magnus Ringblom. The song, of course, was San Francisco Hangout Number 5. This is Len Dixon. You're listening to In the Groove, home of the music you remember, the best of the swing era and more. Stay tuned if you would be so kind. You won't regret it. After this next advertising break, we'll be back with records by Artie Shaw, Woody Herman and his band that plays the blues, and the sentimental gentleman himself, Mr. Tommy Dorsey.
Turn that shit off before I retire and move to Florida. Somebody taped over my van tape.
Sorry, Toby Benson. You still want it?
Oh yeah, I want it, baby. Give it here.
What the fuck are you gonna do with it?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with it, baby. I'm gonna find out who's responsible. That's all a side B. Both sides of my classic van tape have been taped over with dusty, old-ass swing music from the 30s and 40s. No Toto, no Barbra Streisand, no Journey, nothing but this Glenn Miller shit. I want to find out who's responsible for this so I know who's asked to be. Where are we on the vehicle history, baby?
Well, as you know, the van's previous owner claims to know nothing about what happened to the tape. He says he kept it in the glove compartment the entire time he owned the van and never even listened to it.
I know that, baby.
I know you know. That's why I prefaced what I just said with, as you know.
But why even say it at all, baby? Just assume we're all on the same page.
Skip over the bits we all know and start with the new information.
All right, fine. As it turns out, a lot of people have owned your van through the years. I've got the vehicle history report, and I've been working my way down the list, calling previous owners to see if they know anything.
How long is that list, baby? You ain't called everybody yet?
Number 1, yes, it is a long list. Number 2, it would go a lot faster if I wasn't the only one working it. Why don't I divide the rest of the names into 3 lists so you two can help me?
Forget it.
Doesn't work for me, baby.
What are you two going to do while I'm calling the previous owners?
I am going to play the tape again and listen for clues.
And you think that's a productive use of your time?
Absolutely, baby. You know, detective work isn't all adventure and excitement and calling people on the phone. Some of it is just good old-fashioned hard work.
Good to know. Jack, what's going to keep you so busy that you can't help me work the call list?
Nothing's keeping me busy. I just don't want to.
Oh, in that case, neither do I.
What are you talking about, baby?
If I'm going to be the only one working on this, which isn't even a paying job for us, then I'm done.
You can't be done, baby. This is your job. You work for me.
And I'll continue to work on cases brought to us by paying clients, but I'm done doing favors for you during work hours if you two aren't even going to help.
Goddamn, baby. You a hard ass, I'll give you that. Okay, fine. You win. Jack, help her out, baby.
Me? And what are you going to be doing in the meantime?
I am going to dust this tape for fingerprints, baby.
It's 30 years old, you daft bastard. What good are fingerprints going to do you?
If I find fingerprints on the tape that belong to someone who wasn't a previous owner of the van, then that person becomes another suspect for us to investigate.
And how are you planning to identify whose fingerprints are on the tape?
I still got friends in the police department, baby. They'll check them out for me.
You'll only be able to match prints if they belong to someone in the criminal database.
Right. And who else would tape over Toto and Journey and Michael Jackson but a hardened criminal? Now, you and Jack get back to contacting the previous owners. They ain't gonna call themselves, know what I'm saying, baby?
First one through the list buys the loser a beer.
Deal. Wait.
Too late, you said deal.
So I turn around, and it's this lady who lives across the street from me. And she says, "I promise I wasn't eavesdropping." No, that's how she talks. She says, "I promise I wasn't eavesdropping, but I couldn't help but see through your window last week that you were setting up a camera and some lights, and, well, you're not making pornos, are you?" So I said, "No, worse. YouTube videos." Yes, I did. Hey, I'm going to let you go. Okay. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey.
Hey,
Did you leave work early?
actually I left on time, but I've been staying late a lot recently, so I guess it seems like I'm home early.
Everything okay?
I don't know.
What is it?
You remember a few months ago when I told you Wilhelmina and I had sex?
Uh-huh.
Well, we've been doing it a lot lately.
Okay.
At work. Mostly in her office.
Mostly?
We've also done it in my office. And once in Hank's office, which I feel really bad about.
I bet it was fucking hot, though, wasn't it?
That's not the point.
I'll take that as a yes. Sorry. So, what's your concern?
My concern is first and foremost that what we're doing is wrong and it's going to get us both in a lot of trouble.
Well, as long as you're careful and you don't get caught.
Toby Benson knows. He could smell it on me.
Oh, well, he can be discreet. In theory.
I know. He did blurt it out last week, but Wilhelmina and I were the only ones there. I don't think he'll tell anyone else. But if he can figure it out, someone else can too.
So stop doing it at work. Go to her place. Or get a room.
But that brings me to my secondary concern. I think Wilhelmina is mostly interested in the thrill of doing it at work and getting away with it. Things are different between us than they were before. Our relationship used to be about more than sex.
But that was your old relationship. Your new relationship seems to be all about sex.
Well, I'm not happy about it. I think I should tell her I want us to stop, but I'm worried what will happen.
You think she'd take it out on you? On the job?
I don't know. When she first took over, I thought she might have been intentionally making work difficult for me, though I couldn't be sure. But since we started having sex again, she's backed off. Our working relationship is pretty good now.
And you're afraid if you tell her you want to lay off the sex, it'll hurt your working relationship. Don't you have a human resources department in there at the microalgae freezing brigade?
The Mid-Atlantic Food Bank. And yes, we do. But if I get them involved, Wilhelmina and I could both potentially lose our jobs.
You don't have to get them involved. Just bring it up if she reacts badly to you ending your sexual relationship.
You mean threaten her?
It's not threatening her, it's covering your ass.
But it wasn't just her, it was me too. It seems unfair to protect myself by threatening consequences for her and her alone.
Then you're going to have to stop having sex with her and live with the consequences. For both of you, whatever they may be.
Ugh, I hate that I let it get this far. Now no matter what happens, it's going to be painful and awkward.
Like waiting until you're in your 30s to lose your virginity.
Hey, let's not make this about you.
Good one. I was in my 20s. My early 20s.
I know, I was
In
just...
fact, I had just turned 20.
Not that it matters.
Nope, doesn't matter at all. Just saying. 20.
Thanks.
For what?
For listening.
Did it help?
I think so. I'm going to tell Wilhelmina we can't keep sneaking around at work. If she wants us to keep seeing each other outside of work, great. If not, hopefully we can both be adults about it.
Good for you, Stuffy.
Now I just need to work up the courage to talk to her about it.
How long will that take, do you reckon?
About a week.
In the meantime, maybe you two can sneak in a few more, you know?
Now see, that doesn't help.
Right?
So, have you heard anything about the fingerprints?
What?
The fingerprints.
I never dusted for no fingerprints, baby. That was just an excuse to get me out of helping Squirrel.
Well, I didn't want to help either. Would it have killed you to come up with an excuse for both of us?
I ain't your mother, baby. You're a grown-ass bear. Come up with your own excuses.
Right. That's just what I needed. Thank you. We've got a lead.
Oh, and one last thing. On your way out, stop by Ginger's office. She should have some new brochures for the Department of Social Services. Could you drop those off downtown after you deposit those checks?
Yes, ma'am. And then that'll be all you'll need me for today, then?
That'll be it.
All right. Thank you, Miss Hopkins.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Hopkins. I'll take it from here, baby. I'll give you some credit, baby. You covered your tracks real well. And you almost got away with that shit.
I still don't have the foggiest notion what you're talking about, son, but I'd be obliged if you'd fill me in.
My van tape, baby. I've been trying to figure out who taped over it, and now I know it was you, baby.
Me? Well, I don't know anything about any van tape.
You can cut the innocent routine, baby, because I got your ass dead to rights.
All right, tell me how you know what you think you know.
Squirrel talked to one of my van's previous owners. He said that the tape was all good when he bought the van, but a few months later, he popped it in and noticed that it had been taped over. Turns out, he had let his cousin Jimmy and some friends borrow it for a road trip out west. So I went to see cousin Jimmy a few hours ago, and he told me one of the people on that trip was you, baby.
And then what? He told you he saw me tape over the original songs on the tape?
Not exactly, baby, but he did tell me you were the only one on that trip who liked that old-ass big band music.
Well, that's nothing but circumstantial evidence, son. He didn't tell you I was the one who did the taping over.
He told me he didn't see you doing it, but that you was the only one on that trip who could have done it. And in his considered opinion, you were almost certainly the culprit, baby.
I see. And how exactly did he arrive at this considered opinion?
I pushed him into a dark closet, shoved a gun in his mouth, and said, "Who taped over my fucking van tape, baby?" And he said it must have been you, baby.
Well, he told you a fib because it was not me.
Why would he lie, baby?
Isn't it obvious? He lied to protect the person who really taped over the tape. Himself.
What are you saying, baby? You know Cousin Jimmy's the one who actually taped over my van tape?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But why would he tape over it with music that only you would like?
Because he was pulling a prank on me. Jimmy's cousin Fred, the fellow who owned the van, insisted that I go along on their road trip as a kind of a chaperone. I was way older than the other fellas, and yes, I was the only one who enjoyed music of the big band genre. So before we all left on the trip, Jimmy snuck that tape out of the van and took it home with him and used it to record a bunch of songs from my favorite late-night public radio show, In the Groove. When it was my turn to drive, Jimmy rode shotgun and said, "Hey, how about some music?" And he popped that van tape in, and the orchestra started to play, and they all had a nice big laugh at my expense. They said it was old man music.
Damn, I had you all wrong. I'm sorry, baby.
It's all right. I'm just glad you listened to reason.
If I tell you something, you promise not to tell nobody else?
Sure.
After listening to it all day, I kinda started to like that big band music.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, since you didn't have nothing to do with fucking up my van tape, if anybody ever makes fun of you for liking that music again, let me know and I'll fuck them up.
Well, I appreciate it, but that won't be necessary, probably.
No problem, baby. If I had been in the van with you all them years ago, Cousin Jimmy would have never fucked with you like that.
I believe you.
I would have broke his ribs, gouged out his eyes, kicked his testicles up inside of him.
That's graphic and violent.
It's a violent world, baby.
Yeah, I guess.
You want a beer or something, baby?
I would love one, thank you.
No problem. Jack, give my man Prospector Joe's a beer, baby.
Now he's got me buying rounds for that bloody gopher.
Prairie dog. And winner buys the beers with your idea. All you had to do was make sure you didn't finish your half of the call list before I did.
Well, I forgot.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. Just sitting here with Millicent.
Hello.
Have you been up to anything interesting lately?
Here and there.
Okay.
Why do you do this?
Do what?
Try to force us to banter with one another when the only reason we're here is to beg people for money.
We're not begging people for money. We're just reminding people that the Patreon campaign is there, and if they enjoy the show and they want to support it and support this channel in general, they can do so, and we would really appreciate it. And this isn't forced banter. This is just the two of us sitting in front of a camera and saying whatever we say.
Of course.
Is that not what this is?
I didn't say anything.
Did we rehearse this?
Clearly not. Attention, humans! On behalf of this pathetic, desperate member of your lowly breed, I beseech you to financially support the frivolous videos he produces.
Come on, do it right, please.
If you enjoyed this video and you wish to support this channel, you may do so by going to www.patreon.com/Steve Shives and becoming a patron.
Thank you.
Discover the satisfaction that comes from making it slightly easier for one of your fellow humans to survive in the barbaric, profit-driven system in which you all have foolishly trapped yourselves.
Nice. I wish I had a little red flag to wave around.
Go away.
Sorry.